More convinced now that LeBron will stay in Cleveland after hearing all this.
Yes, I am.
Are you?
I've had to change my answer because a couple days ago I was saying, nah, I think he still might. I'm convinced that LeBron will stay in Cleveland now.
Off of 2 games? Come on, Greg.
Off of 2 games and off of what he has acquired in these trades. When you think about what he's playing with, the youth, the ability for these guys to create for themselves and make the game easier for LeBron if he needed it to even be easier for him. Their ability to shoot, defend, all the things that he needs to make sure that he can sustain himself throughout the course of a regular season and then have a push in the playoffs. I think the number one thing that stands out to me is when you look at the teams that LeBron has been successful with in years past, he's needed himself. He's needed to be a volume scorer. Dwayne Wade has needed to be a volume scorer. Chris Bosh has potentially needed to be a volume scorer. Kyrie Irving has needed to be. Now, you don't have that volume. You don't need the volume scoring from 1 or 2 guys because all you need is your Rodney Hoods to get you that 14, your Jordan Clarkson to get you that 13, your J.R. Smiths to get you that 15. You can spread it, Kevin Love to just do what he does, and the game is a lot easier. They're more efficient, and you can sustain your success with that type of play. But to be asking these guys to be volume scorers like they've needed Kyrie Irving and LeBron to be in the past, it's unsustainable, and it's a lot more taxing on his body and taxing on the team. And I just think with the youth that they've added, the energy, the fun that they're having, you see Jordan Clarkson making threes and LeBron doing the celebration. They're having fun. He's enjoying it. Number one, because he gets to pat himself on the back. He's losing his voice because he's running the show. It's a LeBron show. It really is. And I just think that there's no other option that he can go to. We talk about the Lakers. He's not going to run the show in L.A. He's not going to run the show in L.A. There's no other team. Even if you mentioned the Sixers, he wouldn't run the show in Philadelphia. You have all access to everything right now in Cleveland from top to bottom to be able to decide who your head coach is, to be able to decide who comes in here and plays with you, who doesn't, who leaves. I don't think he has that ability and that leverage anywhere else other than Cleveland. And he has the youth with him now that he's happy with, guys that can shoot and play on both sides of the ball. He stays.
But this is the problem. Your argument of 2 games against the skidding Celtics who were 6-8 in their last 14, and then even the Thunder, it was a road game and all this, but Melo and Westbrook had missed the previous couple of games, so it was the first game back. Wow. So you're going to make this whole big LeBron's going to change his world because they beat up a skidding Celtics team and a rusty getting back together Thunder team.
Why are you even mentioning the Celtics team?
Well, because
you thought the Cavs were going to beat them anyway.
Right, but I'm just saying.
So
but
what are we even talking about?
2 wins over that. Now LeBron's going to sign on the dotted line. Where's the contract, Dan Gilbert? Where's the contract?
Were they not too
because they got
wins?
Jordan Clarkson now. Oh my God, I gotta stay here. I gotta sign up. Come on now. I just think it's premature. The reason that LeBron would stay has nothing to do with those 4 guys. Maybe those 4 guys in a top draft pick or somebody special that he thinks maybe might help his decision. But his decision is more going to be, Greg, that there isn't many places for him to go. You know what I mean? It's a limited number of places. There might be 2 or 3 teams that LeBron realistically could go and try to win a championship and stay relevant.
But the reason why he would stay is because he would believe that these group of guys that we have now acquired and constructed our team with, I can win long term with these guys.
Or it's I can win because I'm in the very weak East, and with these guys, I'm just saying. And when you look at the other places, what was the other one? Maybe Houston. He looks at the Lakers. The Lakers aren't ready to win. They don't have the formula that he's going to want to jump in here now, unless there's some other big star that's going with them, and there's some other trade.
I don't think
it would
he'd
have to be
by
something
himself.
like that.
Look, I'm not convinced. I mean, there's a lot that has to happen before LeBron James makes his decision. I'm thinking at this point, he doesn't know what he's going to do. What I would say is if they go to the finals and push Golden State, say they lose in a really tough, competitive 6 games, then I think he should lose. Well, no, I mean, if they win, then you would assume, yeah, he stays. But I'm saying if they go to the finals and get waxed again, like losing 4 or a 5-game sweep, then I think there's a good chance he might leave. But if they go there and they're competitive, I think he should stay. Here's the thing. LeBron, we know, is very concerned about legacy. He has said, I'm chasing that ghost in Chicago. I said when they lost last year, that chase is over. He's second best, but he's not going to be Jordan. I always felt like LeBron sold himself short when he went to Miami because I watched those teams closely. I covered a lot of their games in person. Those teams that won 66 and 61 games in 2009 and 2010, I think they could have won a championship. And LeBron just wasn't ready mentally to carry a team to a title
and
by
I also
himself.
think he was afraid, too. He didn't want to be this great player who never won.
Yeah,
and he
absolutely.
But now he's ready. He's learned how to win. He's led teams to 3 championships. He has that monkey off his back of, is he ever going to win?
Absolutely.
And if you want to, again, make it a serious discussion about you and Jordan, then win with this cast. And you get a top pick in the draft. Win with a group like this. That if you beat this Golden State team that people think is an all-time great team, either this year or next year, with this crew in Cleveland, now people will begin maybe to pick up that conversation and debate again. You go to Houston and you win it with James Harden and Chris Paul. It's nice. Nobody's going to take anything away from you, but that's not as impressive as if you can do it with this group, which is no other stars other than Kevin Love, who's a star but not a superstar. So I think that would really be a feather in LeBron's cap if he could lead a team like this to a championship over this star-studded Golden State Warriors team. So that's a reason for him to stay, too.
Look, he's beaten this Golden State Warriors team in the finals.
He always had a part of every championship's been a part of a big 3. And I'm not taking away from that, but I'm saying this to win without a big 3 in the big 3 era would be even more impressive.
And that's why I think that he would stay, because you're not asking him or a Kyrie-type player to be a volume scorer. You look at OKC. In order for them to do what they need to do, they need their big 3 to be volume scorers. You look at the Houston Rockets. They don't necessarily need volume. They're going to get evenly averaged out scoring from their starters and their bench. That's who the Cavs are now. They don't need volume scoring. When they won against the Golden State Warriors, LeBron in the Cavs, Kyrie did hit several big shots, but LeBron was unbelievable in that entire series, and so was Kyrie. If they didn't play outside of their mind, then I don't know if they even win. But right now, LeBron doesn't have to play.
LeBron does.
No.
For them to beat Golden State,
he does not have to play out of his mind.
To beat Golden State.
No. He has to just do what he has been doing. This is who he is.
But he's going to need, you're right, he's going to give them 37.
Yeah, that's what he's going to do.
But there's going to be a night or two, if you're going to beat the Warriors, where he's going to have to be super special, 30-point triple-double, 40 points, something like that.
Any player has had to do that. I mean, even Golden State, Kevin Durant has had to do it. Stephen Curry, he's had to do it. I mean, Jordan had to do it.
But this is the issue with LeBron, and he faces a tough road, excuse me, as he looks at his legacy. Because if he leaves again and goes somewhere else, people say he's a carpetbagger. You know, he's the Christopher Columbus of the NBA. you know, that all he does is travel and move on.
I thought you had to explain that one.
Wait, what?
I was waiting on that.
Travel, you know, Christopher Columbus, he sailed the ocean blue.
I thought
looking
in the,
for a new world.
in the
What's a
break, didn't we tell
carpetbagger?
you to get rid of all these?
Carpetbagger, just going town to town. Carpetbagger.
Like a nomad?
Yeah, nomad.
I feel like I'm in social studies
Dude,
class.
I don't-
All right, there'll be an exam after a pop quiz.
Okay, all right.
But I'm just saying that.
We have to wrap anyhow.
Okay,
so.
if he goes somewhere and he doesn't win, it's going to look bad.
Better to, if you're not going to win it again, better to stay in Cleveland.
Where you
I agree.
won. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying. You go somewhere else and you lose, it looks bad.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.